Almost heaven, Denver Airport, Big Blue Horsey, Garbanzo Bean Bowl. JK, that airport's horrible.
Can you move closer to me?
Yes. So needy today.
Sorry. I am really needy.
Noah's having a needy moment.
I'm really going through it, guys. I'm going through it.
Well, nice talking to you. Good night.
No, yeah, let's go to sleep.
Okay, no episode.
It's the Bedtime Podcast. I never put my arm around you when we record.
Yeah, because it's cheesy
You-
as fuck.
Do you think it's cheesy?
Yeah.
You want me to take it off?
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care either way. It didn't look comfortable.
No, that's the thing about when you put your arm around someone, it's never comfortable.
It's rarely comfortable.
Showing affection is not really comfortable.
No.
Like cuddling's uncomfortable. Kissing's comfortable.
Kissing is so uncomfortable for me.
Sometimes when Syd and I are laying together, she'll whisper and go, I wish our hearts could touch.
I do that. Don't you just think that would be beautiful? Ugh. If our hearts touched.
Like if we opened up our chest cavities and let our hearts touch?
Yeah. Probably hurt.
I think it would be a devastating surgery.
Guys, we have to talk about something incredibly important. Incredibly important. I hate Denver. I went for the first time last weekend. It is quite possibly the worst city in America. And I say that having been to not that many cities in America. But I'm sticking to it.
You hate Denver.
I hated it. It'd been talked up so much. And I think if it hadn't been talked up so much, I might have found it charming.
I think that's why that's what I was thinking, that you really built it up in your head.
Oh yeah. I was like, I'm gonna go to Denver and I'm never coming back. I'm gonna love it.
What about it what were your expectations?
Just like really cute city, fun, good food. I was picturing
The food was good.
the food at the one restaurant I forced us to go to multiple times was good.
But that's the only restaurant
That's the only
we went
restaurant we went to. Food was incredible. Because once I find one thing I like, I stick to it.
I would say Denver probably has really good food.
No, I'm going to say
You
no.
went to one restaurant.
Yeah, because there weren't any other restaurants to go to.
That's not true.
It is. Every other restaurant's bad.
You went this whole city.
Every other restaurant in Denver is a brewery, which I think is a disgrace. No more breweries. No more breweries. Say it with me, sleepyheads. No more breweries. I really want there to be no more breweries. We got enough. No more.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of breweries in a lot of these cities. Like breweries are like, it's not culture.
No, a brewery is not culture.
But it feels like, I don't know who's putting all these breweries in different places. It feels like it's becoming part of like many cities' culture.
I feel like putting a brewery in a city, have a city with multiple breweries, is like making your dog your entire personality. Like it's not sustainable. It's not real. It's a bad idea. You gotta have something else.
Says the podcasters who put out an entire episode about their dog.
Okay, we were sharing about grief and a universal experience. That episode helped people. Sound off in the comments. No, I think breweries need to be stopped. I think the only brewery that I think is acceptable is the one in Belgium where all the monks make the beer. I think that's extremely exciting to me. They're allowed.
Just move over just a little bit.
Okay, see, now he wants me away.
Just a little bit.
This man is becoming too much to deal with. But yeah, I'm done with the breweries. Also, no offense, all your beers taste the same. Granted, I haven't had a beer in over 2 years. I'm guessing they all taste the same. When I was drinking, all the beers tasted the same. I'm going to say it.
You're so wrong about that.
No, I'm not.
IPAs taste nothing like lagers, taste nothing like pilsners.
I know there's the different types of beers, but the different types of beers at each place taste the same as the others.
You're saying an IPA.
An IPA is an IPA. A Pilsner's a Pilsner.
Man, you are heated.
Unless a monk's making it. Unless you're a monk making beer, I don't want to hear it from you.
You'll break your sobriety if a monk makes your beer.
I've had the monk beer. I don't need to have it again. It was fine. And I will never have a beer again. Non-alcoholic beer is nice. One thing about Denver, I'll say, they had some non-alcoholic options for me wherever I went.
They did have a lot of good non-alcoholic options.
That being said, we went to one place. Went to one restaurant that I found. It was 2 blocks from our hotel called City City. It's a vegan vegetarian restaurant. It was 2 blocks from our hotel. We went there the first day. I thought this is one of the best meals of my life. And I went back every day.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to comment?
No, it was a great place. I just I think Denver actually has a pretty good food scene. I think you're wrong.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I do. You went to one place.
But you haven't been anywhere else in Denver.
I have.
Oh, really? Where?
I've had pho. I've had Indian food.
That does not a food scene make.
What?
Because also, I don't think you know if you're having good pho, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Me personally?
Yeah, and I don't think you know if you're having good Indian food.
What, you think I just walk through this world and I just think everything is good?
No, I'm just saying you're not the person I would go to be like, is this pho good? Is this Indian food? Even for me. I think the Trader Joe's Saag Paneer, pretty good. I wouldn't go to me for an Indian food recommendation. I wouldn't go to me for a pho recommendation. I'd give it to you, but I couldn't swear on my life it's a good one.
I just think you can't say that the food there across the board is bad.
I can and I will.
If you've only been to one place.
I haven't, though. I went to the stupid sports bar, and then we went to this other like vegan restaurant that wouldn't give us any food. Because they had a set meal, which I thought was incredibly annoying. Stop doing set meals. That's rude and bad service. No opinions?
I mean, you're not really having a conversation with me. You're just kind of...
I'm asking you for opinions.
I'm saying you're wrong. You
Love
can't,
it.
you can't go to one restaurant and think, and that's it.
I think you can go to a city, walk around, get the vibe, and just know that there's bad food. The only thing I ate in Denver, other than City City, was I had a lot of vegan sushi. But that's easy to do.
I just think you have such radical opinions on something you don't know anything about. You went to one place. At least agree with me there that you didn't try everything. And also, look, right?
No, I'm right.
How?
Because I
You think you're being reasonable?
Yes.
How?
Because every time I posted about Denver this weekend, I had a lady in my DMs being like, it sucks, right?
Shut up, really?
Yeah. Women hate Denver. Men like Denver. And that means Denver has bad food.
I do think Denver is like very much a guy's city.
It's a man's city.
Big sports town. Again, a lot of breweries.
Ugly buildings. No one's in a cute outfit. It's a boys world.
Yeah, I will admit, I think Denver's has good food. But I was very thrown back. Is that the right word?
I was very thrown back. Sure.
I was very not into the city itself, except when we got dropped off at the train station. That area was kind of cute.
It wasn't.
No, that area was kind of nice. That side of the city. But where we were was very like industrial, and like there was just a lot of like empty lots, and it's very spread out, and it just feels like a city that's still growing, like it hasn't found its, I don't know, city center.
Feels like a city that doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah,
so it's just being boring.
It doesn't know what it wants to be.
And that is the tell of a brewery town. You don't know what you want to be? Great. We'll have 55 breweries on this one city block.
Also,
be done with it.
Also, we were very unimpressed with the architecture of Denver.
Yeah, it's ugly. Every architect in Denver, anytime someone was building a building in Denver, they just thought, okay, we'll make the outside a shipping container and the inside a barn with 3 chandeliers. I'm not kidding you. Every building in Denver looks like that.
Truly, every building in Denver is like brick, warehouse, and then inside, for some reason, it's just like looks like a farmhouse.
Yeah, not even brick on the outside. Like a lot of them look like a little tin shipping container. And then you go inside and it's like a lot of wood. And why are there so many chandeliers? So many chandeliers. Very confusing. Not my city. Not my city, and I can't get over the clothes. Everyone, for a city with such good vintage shopping, I'll say I went to some very cute vintage stores, as expensive as LA, so completely pointless for me, but very cute clothes. Why was everyone in fucking Tevas, joggers, and, a vest? We can do better than this, folks.
Wait, so they had cute clothes, or
They had
didn't?
cute clothes at the store, so why was everybody in an ugly ass outfit?
I thought the vintage stores were really good.
I know, that's what I said. I said the vintage shopping was good, so I don't understand why
No,
everyone...
you said that. Why did we go there? Because of LA.
I'm saying they were as expensive as LA, so there's no reason to go for us.
I got like 3 pieces of clothing for $50.
Okay, once again, Denver's a boys' city.
It really is. It's really a boys' city.
It's not a girl town. Denver, this is my final take. Denver, not a girl town. Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
I'm going to Denver now with my fiancé. It's a special trip for him, and I've just gotta say, Denver's for the boys.
God, your voice is terrible.
I try. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the food. I thought we had some good meals. The architecture is not good. The city isn't very pretty. Very dry.
Oh my God.
It's
my hair, my skin, no likey Denver.
It's a very dry city. I never need chapstick anywhere, and I really needed it there.
My face was peeling off. My hair, straight. Straight as a whip.
And you get all bloated from the altitude.
I'm sticking with it. That's why I was bloated. The altitude.
Yeah, that's why I was bloated.
That's why we were both bloated.
It's not because I was drinking beer at every meal.
Everyone in Denver's an alcoholic. You can quote me on that. So I perfectly maintained my veganism in Denver, which was hard to do. But it's tough to travel as a vegan.
It's tough to travel with people, like with a group of people as a vegan.
Yeah, I had a hard time.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Whatever.
Like, I respect you. I'm like proud of you, but it is also like fucking annoying.
Well, yeah, I'm not doing this to be liked. I'm not a vegan to be liked. Okay? I'm doing this for animals, for myself, and for the planet.
I guess what annoyed me is I feel like you have an expectation that everyone should accommodate your diet.
Okay, I absolutely don't.
I mean, it just feels that way.
Multiple times I said, can we look at the menu first so I know if I need to eat before we go? I can do that.
Eat before the meal.
Yeah.
Well, the first, so we went to this brunch place. It was a Creole place.
Which,
am I saying that right?
Creole? I don't know. Why there's a Creole place in the Rocky Mountains beats me. But yes, we went to a Southern food place, which they had not a single thing on the menu was vegan, but they had a salad with feta. So I said, can I please have this salad? No feta. And I'll just eat that. And I was very sweet. The waitress loved me. And then she comes back 20 minutes later. She's like, we don't have the salad.
They just didn't have any salad.
No.
No greens.
No greens in the whole restaurant.
No lettuce in the whole restaurant. Yeah. I find that extremely hard to believe.
I do too. And then she goes, could you eat this? And she points to the BLT on the menu. I was like, no, thanks though.
Why would you think you can eat that?
I don't know.
Wait, if the BLT has the L, then they could have made you a salad.
That's what I'm saying. I was duped.
Maybe they were saving the L for the BLT.
I think they were saving the L for the BLT. Anyway, so I said, okay, I'm just going to go. No big deal. So I sneak out backwards.
That didn't really annoy me.
No.
But I don't know. There were a lot of moments this weekend where I felt very codependent.
Well, yeah, this is your problem, not my problem.
But I also think this is a sign of the strength of our relationship.
How so?
Okay, for example, at that brunch, you had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I came outside and walked around and was like, are you okay? And you said, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? I feel really bad. And you're like, no, I'm just going to go get some eat. I'll meet up with you after. And I left. And you were fine.
I was fine. I went to eat at an absolutely hideous restaurant that did have vegan food. So fucking ugly though.
But the food was good?
Yeah.
Oh, so you did have a good meal.
I'll find one more good meal. But it wasn't great, you know? And I love food more than
I
anything.
think your standards are too high. Sometimes good is good enough.
I don't think so. Not when I'm paying. I just don't eat out that much because I think most food is mediocre. So, like, yeah, traveling is fucking annoying because I want to eat good food.
So that happened. And then after brunch, you know, me and my friends went to a bar and watched some football. And, you know, that's not Syd's thing.
No.
I don't have a sporty wife.
Nah.
And I don't think my friends have sporty wives necessarily either. I think they're just, they go with the flow more.
Yeah, and I don't go with the flow.
And my wife is a cunt.
I'm not a cunt.
No, you're not. You're not.
I just don't go with the flow.
No, you're not. I mean, you go with the flow 70% of the time.
I'd say 68.
You went lower. I love that. I love that. I went too high. Most of the time, someone would be like, no, it's 80%. You're like, no, I'd say like 45%.
Yeah, I'd even go lower than that. But,
you know, and like, I think it's not just that you're not a sporty wife. I think also like being sober, you're like, I just don't want to hang out in a bar all day.
yeah. But I'd rather die.
Yeah. And, you know, if I'm being honest, I think a younger me and a younger you would have had a fight about that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure in your other relationships that would have been
huge fight.
But in your other relationships you were drinking, so you would have just probably just went and drank a bunch.
Yeah.
But you don't do that anymore, and I don't have a problem, and I love that, you know. But instead Syd went vintage shopping, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is. I'm not trying to preach how a relationship can be successful. I'm just saying I think that is a strength of our relationship, that rather than me being like upset at you, like my codependency wasn't like I was mad at you that you weren't there. It was more like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad. Like, are you fine? You really were fine.
I really was fine. I was like extremely overstimulated by the amount of people at brunch, and I was like, I need a break.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know, just accepting these things about your partner that maybe aren't the most convenient, I guess, but
I'm a deeply inconvenient wife.
But I don't even know if convenience is the right word. That maybe no, you're not going to just go with the flow all the time. But that's okay.
People who go with the flow all the time are people pleasers.
Yeah, I don't think that's always a bad thing, but I think like if you're going to go to a bar and not have a good time, or more importantly, go be like overdrained. I mean, like it was a lot of time with a lot of big groups of people.
Much talking.
So it's a lot of talking. So I was tired too. I get you being like, let me take the afternoon, because we went there for a wedding. Let me take the afternoon to just kind of like do my thing, kind of get centered so I can be, you know, more outspoken and, you know, cheery to, you know, at the wedding.
Yeah. Noah's always happy when I can be more outspoken than I already am. So
I was really proud of you.
Thank you.
But
well, so while I was vintage shopping,
yeah,
I asked Noah, can you find out what dinner is at the wedding for me so that I can eat before and not bother anybody? Noah tells me there's vegan options.
I didn't say there were vegan options. I said, this is what I found out is going to be there. Do you think you can find something?
Yeah, he said pasta and tamales.
And you said yes.
Yeah, but I assumed he had asked if there was a vegan option.
And then
because that's what I asked him to ask.
I just felt weird kind of getting specific with my friend about what exactly was at the wedding. I just didn't want to put our shit onto him.
But it's not putting our shit onto him. I was happy to eat before. Like, I have no problem doing that.
I know, but I just think when you're planning a wedding, I'm sure you're like, you just don't want to hear about other people's like fucking problems.
Okay.
But that being said, we get there to the wedding.
There's no vegan option.
So Syd,
I Postmates some food to the wedding. And I eat it outside. And I get delicious vegan sushi. Like I said, easy to make, though. That's not a tell of a good food city. I'm eating so I think I eat 18 avocado rolls, and then I get a full eggplant, miso eggplant. Having the time of my life. While I'm out there, Noah finds a vegan option.
There was a vegan option.
There was a vegan option that I didn't see.
And you ate outside?
I ate outside. Had the time of my life.
And if the Brian group hear this, please know that we're fucking idiots.
Yeah. I mean, I spent $40 on Postmates when I could have had a free dinner.
Honestly, though, I'm happy because, I will say, one thing now that I see the world through your vegan eyes, these vegan eyes, see everything. Whenever there's a vegan option at a non-vegan place or thing, it's always just one thing.
Yeah.
So it's just very, if I went to a vegan restaurant, but I didn't like vegan food, and there was just one meat option, it was just I don't know, Salisbury steak.
No, it would be like a piece of dry chicken.
Yeah, it's well, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do think it was good that you ordered, because also that one thing wasn't going to fill you up, and then that would have been a whole other thing where you were hungry at the wedding. So it was good. You ate, you felt good. And then I will say, we partied pretty fucking hard at that wedding.
Yeah, I partied hard.
Syd I was really impressed.
I tore up the dance floor.
You really tore up the dance floor.
It's unlike me. Well, I'm an incredible dancer, so I guess it is like me. But
no, you always do kind of dance, at a wedding. But this one, I don't know. What was it about? Why did you?
Because it was so small that if you weren't dancing, everyone would notice. There was nowhere to hide at this wedding. Normally, I'm in the bathroom for about 2 hours, sitting on the toilet.
Also, it was a fun group.
It was a good group. Yeah.
But I just think it was so funny. When you left the table to go eat, I was like, do you want me to come with you? And you were like, no. Then everybody's going to wonder where we both are. But nobody's going to ask questions if I just leave.
Yeah.
At one point, someone came by and asked where Syd was. And I was like, oh, she's in the bathroom taking a giant shit.
Yeah. No problems. No problems.
But you were outside shoving fucking avocado rolls down your throat.
So good. I think vegan sushi is so good. It's one of my favorite things to get. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. They think it's not good. I think an avocado roll. Or when they do the rolls with the asparagus, the avocado and the pickled radish. Come to mama. Yum. You can always find vegan food at a sushi restaurant.
Yeah, I mean when we were walking around and we couldn't find vegan food at first at the wedding, and you came up to me, that's where I really was like, God, this is fucking annoying.
He lost it. He had to go outside. He was like, well, let's just go. And he stormed outside.
But you were getting so mad at me
because you lied to me.
That's not a lie.
Yes, it is. Telling me you asked something specific, but you didn't.
But you didn't ask me to ask specifically.
Oh.
You said, find out what's for dinner at the wedding.
Men, am I right?
And I did find out.
But you didn't ask the right questions. I still think you're a liar, but...
It's not a lie.
I still think you're a dirty liar, but whatever. Viva la vie. C'est la vie. What is it? What am I trying to say?
You do a lot of silly voices.
Viva la vie. I don't...
Live and let live?
Live and let live. What?
It's like you're like a sound box of voices.
I know, it's incredible.
But yeah, I mean, at one point I said, "Can't you just drop it tonight?"
No, that's not how it works. The animals don't get to drop it, so neither do I. Anyway, that was our tripola to Denver, a city I will never return to.
We're gonna go back.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
If we have to go skiing, if we have to go skiing,
if you put a gun to my head to go skiing, I'm not going back to Denver.
What if we want to go skiing in Colorado?
Fine, I'll go, because I did have an incredible meal at the airport. I forgot about that. I had this delicious bowl with hummus, Israeli salad, tons of pickles, tons of olives. It really, a dream meal.
So you would go back to Denver because you had a good meal at the airport.
Oh, you've got to go to Denver. I had an incredible meal at this restaurant called Garbanzo. It's in the airport, Terminal B.
We're going back to Denver.
We'll see.
No, don't you want to go skiing there one day?
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I'll fly into Durango.
You can't fly direct into Durango. Durango's
There's
a tiny town.
There's a flight direct from Burbank to Durango.
No, there isn't.
I bet there is.
It's Burbank to Denver, Denver to Durango.
Fine. I'll fly to Denver, eat a garbanzo, then fly immediately to Durango. I won't leave that airport again. It's cursed.
Oh, man.
I'm an easy person to be married to.
Are you?
No, I'm joking. I already said I'm an inconvenient woman. Is really, if I have a one-woman show, I should call it an inconvenient woman. I think I'm going to write that. I'm writing it down.
She's writing it down, folks.
An inconvenient woman. I think that's so funny. Reach out to me if you want to invest. Okay. We have good news. We have good news, guys.
What is it?
I quit my job at the Rock Gym.
Yay.
Yeah, I can't do customer service anymore. It's gonna give me a heart attack and I'm gonna die young from it.
Yeah, customer service is hard. It's quite draining.
It's so draining. And also the thing about jobs like that is I feel like I'm being productive when I'm at work because I'm making money. So then I don't feel like I have to be productive on my days off. I'm like, I just have to rest. Which when you're an artist, that's not good because you're not being productive when you're at your day job. You're just like, feeding the beast that is your landlord's pockets. But you gotta do all your shit on your days off. And I'm too tired. So.
Yeah. What makes you feel productive at work?
Like that I'm making money.
You just think just because you're making money, it's productive?
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, of course.
But not in the way
I need to be.
Would you correlate the productivity to being an artist?
What do you mean?
Like, you just think making money is productive?
Yeah. And it tricks me into thinking I've been productive all week when for my art I have not. So I'm letting Noah be my sugar daddy for a bit.
Yeah, and it is probably going to kill me too. I'm going to work like 80 hours a week.
Noah's back at work.
It's my first day back at work. I have, truly, when it rains, it pours. I can't complain. As you guys know, we've been on a strike, and now the strike's over, so I'm back at work. I'm very grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I have a couple jobs right now. A couple jobs came my way, and I accepted all of them because I'm a fucking lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel in our business, you go months without work. So when it comes, it's really hard for me to turn it down.
No, I feel you. He says he can't complain, but he can complain a lot to me.
And I don't know. I just don't want to stress about it.
Yeah, I hope you can get to a place where you're not stressing about it.
I think some people are really good at like being in a stressful situation, be like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep my eyes ahead and one day at a time, and I'm gonna do the task in front of me and not think about the mounting of work and how late I have to stay up and how tired I am and blah 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 and what am I not what's suffering because of the time I'm spending here. I don't know. Do you have any tips for how to kind of just stay in the moment and just one day at a time? Because like right now, it's getting late at night and I have about 2 hours of work to do.
Ugh, it's brutal.
And I'm tired. I can't do it tonight. So what then? I'm gonna wait. Our room starts at 10, so I'm gonna get up at 6:30.
Yeah.
And work from 7 to 9. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
But I also think I'll be at least fresher.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to start a new day.
Yeah.
But that to me is the draining part. Like the job itself, when I'm in work, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like we're comedy writers. We're just joking around all day and thinking of stuff. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
It's the work to take home. I think what's also bums me out is like when you look at a computer all day for fucking 8 hours and then you have to go home and look at a computer again. And I just think like, what is this life that what am I going towards? Like, what's why am I doing this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, I think you need to evaluate like what it is you want out of this job. It's a little late. You already accepted it. So I think for now, I would just try to find the easiest way to live in this job. And maybe that's, you don't come home right away. You just do your 2 hours of work after work's over. Bingo, but you get a snack, a coffee, bingo, bango. You do it, you come home and you just leave it. Or yeah, you wake up early.
Yeah, to me, it's very hard to do more work right after work.
Yeah.
Like I just am like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to break. So I think the mornings are gonna have to be sacred for me.
Yeah.
And just get up early and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in our business, it does seem like there is no way to get balance.
Yeah.
It's like when you're working a lot, you don't have money. You're making money, but you don't have any time to use the money.
Yeah.
When you're not working, you have a lot of time, but you don't have any money.
Yeah. You've spent all the money.
You know, so it's like, I don't know but it's like, I want to work.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the answer is. I mean, I think the answer is changing the perspective and attitude towards it.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to do that now because you've accepted all these jobs. There's not really anything you can do at this point. So you're going to have an attitude shift. But I think for the future, like, try not to extend yourself this hard.
But it is
far.
also day one.
Yeah. So
It's day one.
yeah.
I think I'm also someone that I get overwhelmed. And then once I kind of start and do it, I'm like, okay, like that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Would you say that's how I am?
Yeah.
I think I can, at first kind of complain and not want to do something. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is okay. I can do this.
Yeah. And if we have to have our episodes be a little bit shorter, that's okay.
I guess. I just don't want, I don't want the other things, because it does feel like this is a job for money.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're doing now is like for passion and fun and also I think leading us to a bigger place in our career.
Mm-hmm.
That being the podcast.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't want this to suffer.
Yeah.
Because of how I'm making more money for us.
Yeah.
But I also think you're right. I have to be kind to myself.
Yeah.
That's what I was on the way home. I was like, running through, just through my head, running just a list of, okay, you're not going to see your friends as much the next few weeks. You're not going to see your wife as much the next few weeks. You're not going to do as much stand-up. You're not, just running this fucking list. And I'm just like, it's day one. Like, dude, just fucking relax, man. Just be kind to yourself. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay if, we have to put the podcast out a couple days later.
Yeah, it's totally fine. The sleepyheads are on our side. Also, I do have another job lined up. I'm not just going to be living off of Noah's hard blood, sweat, and tears. So it is going to be okay.
Why does you having a job make that mean that I'm going to be okay?
Because I'll be right out there with you, sweating it out.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. I think we should get to bed so you can wake up at 6:30 to do your work.
It is just crazy. I mean, isn't that crazy? I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Like, maybe that's very common. Maybe people do that.
I mean, think about teachers. Like, they work all day and then they probably go home and they work on their lesson plans.
Yeah.
Like, life is hard.
I mean, one of our friends that we were with this weekend. I mean, that honestly, I'm happy you said that because that's really helping me.
Yeah. And then she works on the weekends at a bar because she spends so much money on her students, like getting school supplies. So, like, nice try complaining, Noah. Try being a teacher.
I just wish I could, like, I'm envious of my brother because I think we're very similar. We want to work, we want to make money, and we're also like, let me pile it on because there are just these natural times in this industry where you don't have any work.
Yeah.
But he is so, it seems like he's so good at not getting so caught up in the mountain of work and just being like, I'm just going to take a step up the mountain every day. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to think about like the whole week or the whole month or how long everything's going to take, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could just stay right here in this moment, you know? Like tonight when I came home,
Mm-hmm.
I exercised a little bit. I made dinner. And then I was waiting for you to come home. And that's when I started to spiral.
Yeah.
But if I was just like, and I'm also proud I didn't smoke weed.
Oh, I'm proud of you too.
Because I was like, I had an instinct like, oh, maybe I'll take the edge off and smoke some weed. And I was like, you know what? I need to feel this.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good, but I need to feel it. But I guess what I wish, instead of spiraling, I just said, I'm eating right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And Syd's going to come home and we're going to podcast. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up early and that's when I'm going to get the work done that I'm worrying about right now.
Yeah. And our new coffee maker has a timer on it or an alarm so you can like set it to have the coffee made when you wake up. And I just think that's so incredible and exciting. And that's something you would get to look forward to in the morning is the coffee being made. Wasn't that nice this morning?
It is nice, but you know, this is why I love you, because you could just find something so small like that that can really make you excited to wake up. But for me, that's just not, I mean, it's nice. I like it, but it doesn't really, I'm not that excited about it.
Oh, that really is the difference between you and me. Because when we had that dinner in the airport, I would not shut up about how good it was.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. This weekend, I felt like, I was like, oh, wow, my wife is high maintenance. And in some ways you are, but in a lot of ways you aren't.
Yeah, I'm not high maintenance.
Are you offended that I said that?
No, I just think we have the wrong idea of what high maintenance and low maintenance is. Like, yes, I like to eat good food, but that's literally all I'm asking for. And like that can be as simple as a meal in the airport that I think is delicious. That makes me happy for the next like 7 hours. And I'm still talking about it today. Or like we had this really amazing vegan meal in Denver that I was so excited about. Like I'm high maintenance in that like if the food doesn't taste good, like, yeah, I'm not going to eat it or I'm going to be pissy. But I think I'm actually very low maintenance in that all it takes to make me happy is a good meal. Nothing else.
Yeah. Or the coffee being ready in the morning.
Yeah, the coffee being ready in the morning. That's it. That's all I want.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Do you think that my job right now, if you had it, it would stress you out a little bit?
Of course.
Okay.
Having to do 2 hours extra work after work, oh, I'd fucking hate it. I'd fucking hate it.
But then it's like, look at lawyers. Those people work.
I know. They work all the time.
All the time.
We're being such babies.
I'm such a fucking baby.
Everybody listening to this episode is going to be like, you two are fucking idiots.
I'm such a fucking baby. I hate it.
Yeah, we're being babies. Yeah. You've
every other person who works is doing this is no different for anybody. My sister, she works for like a media company, I think, which she helps sell data.
We don't know what she does.
But she takes her work home too.
She works all the time because she works from home. She works all the time.
And she has a baby. It's like, this is what everyone's experiencing. And it's like, it does make me sad that this is kind of everyone's life in America.
Yeah, it's just normal.
It's not normal, but it is normal here.
Yeah, well, yeah, quote unquote normal. Well,
And
I've offered to move to Paris multiple times where that doesn't happen, but this man is ruining our lives.
This man is me?
Yeah.
This man is me. No, I was kind of like, we were debating if we should record tonight because I was overwhelmed and I was tired. But I'm happy I did.
Yeah.
Because one, it's like I haven't been able to get work in 5 months and now I have a job.
Yeah.
And then what? I gotta get up at fucking 6:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed at 10.
Yeah, we're going to bed early.
That's not bad. That's pretty decent night's sleep.
That's a great night.
10 to 6.
Yeah, that's 8 hours.
All the parents who listen to this would kill for 10 to 6.
I know. Yeah, you're being a baby. I'm glad we figured this out on the podcast.
I am
so that
being a
you
baby.
can shut up.
I am being a baby.
Yeah.
I'm sleepyheads. I'm really going to try to be grateful, to stay in the moment with the task that I have at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worrying right now about the work I have to do tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm with my amazing wife and my sleepyheads, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I called you high maintenance.
Thanks.
You're
Because
not.
I'll eat veggie sushi and be so happy. I'll eat it for every meal. I had it multiple times this weekend.
I am a little worried though about how we're gonna go on double dates again with you being vegan.
This is LA. Everywhere has vegan food. It's just we were in Denver.
But what about when we're not in LA or?
When are we not in LA?
Well, if we go to New York, if we go to Denver again.
I'm never going to Denver again. New York has good options.
What if we're in Seattle?
When are we going to go to Seattle? This man and his fake trips.
I want to go visit my friend Chris in Seattle.
Seattle has vegan food.
Okay. So I guess you'll be fine.
Yeah. Also, we can always go to a sushi restaurant and I can eat the veggie sushi.
Yeah, sushi's a good option for us.
Yeah.
It's a good option. I'm fucking tired, Syd.
Yeah.
What are you into this week?
I'm into... Jesus Christ. Going to bed. I'm into sleeping. It's the best.
That's all you got?
That's it.
I am into...
We don't have anything.
Money. I'm into money. It's nice to work again because, a couple. It's just nice to be able to pay for things.
Yeah, it is nice to be
Like
able
to feel like, okay, I'm gonna I need, like I lost my AirPods. I fucking lost them.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna get new ones.
Yeah.
They bring a lot of joy to my life, and they're very helpful. And I'm very sorry I lost them, Syd.
It's okay.
I will not lose these.
Yeah, thanks. You gotta stop losing stuff.
I am such a loser of things.
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't pay attention.
How do I not lose things?
You pay attention.
What do you mean?
Like, I have an expensive pair of sunglasses. I know where they are at all times because they're expensive and I don't want to have to replace them. So I just always know where they are.
Yeah.
And I care about them a lot.
I care about my AirPods too. They're like my favorite thing.
Where did you put them at the gym?
Well, I locked myself out of the apartment last week, and I was talking on the phone, and I called our building manager. She came, and apparently she comes. I think I'm going to be let in, and I could carry on with the rest of my day. And she tells me that she doesn't have a fucking spare key. So then I have to Uber to Syd's work to get the keys. I got the AirPods on because I'm talking on the phone with my parents. And I either left the AirPods in the Uber or I left them at the gym because when I went to get the keys, I was like, all right, I'll just work out while I'm here. So I either left them in the Uber or I left them in the gym.
They're not at the gym. We haven't found any AirPods.
And when your colleague showed me that other lost and found, there were 3 other AirPods in there.
Yeah.
None of them were mine.
That sucks.
I think I do need to just be better about okay, I'm taking my AirPods off. I'm putting them here. Like just being very cognizant of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The reason why I wasn't cognizant is because I was negotiating my rate for this job.
Oh,
and
fun.
I was very excited about how much money I was making. So my mind wasn't in the right place.
Okay, well, after that fascinating story, I think we're going to hit the hay that put us all to sleep. Remember, sleepyheads, we have a Patreon, and we put out a lot of bonus content like This Week from Bed, where we talk about pop culture news, and I give my strong opinions as usual.
Yeah. Even you know how you just listen to Syd just shit all over Denver for the first 20 minutes?
You could listen to me do that about Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
For $5 a month.
And we have an Instagram. It's our own Instagram. And TikTok and everything and YouTube and blah, 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 blah. Anyways.
We're going to go to sleep.
This was an absolute bonkers chaos episode.
Insane episode.
Truly insane.
I love it. Good night, sleepyheads.
Good night, sleepyheads. We love you.
Love you.
It's the Bedtime Podcast.